They used a face pop texture for you, and then that used up all the textures. So all your clothes are one color, no shading.
I think it's trying to get our video, and we're here. Yay, it worked. Hello, everyone on
Whoa!
YouTube. Hello, we made it.
What a special
Success.
day.
Also, I was playing Lego Batman earlier, or trying to. I was having a lot of streaming issues. Everything seems to be okay now, which is making me wonder actually if earlier, because I'm always also streaming in vertical. So I have to have like a bunch of other things set up. So I wonder if that's what was getting in the way. Hmm.
Maybe. Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe, maybe.
If I have that problem again, I might try to turn that off. Or maybe my service provider is right and the router really is the problem because right now everything seems smooth. So we'll see how it goes as we go. But yeah,
As we go. So, on that note, hi folks. Welcome to a live stream show in which we play tabletop role-playing games called Lies You'll Enjoy. Today we do not have our beautiful third member, Anthony. Anthony is out doing things on a different coast of Canada, and I don't know if you folks knew this, but Canada is very, very big,
it
and
is.
so we can't just go get him. Uh,
Alas,
However,
no.
there's two of us others here, and I suppose that's as good a time as any to make our little introduction. Lies You'll Enjoy is an actual play series in which we play role-playing games for you. We tell you lies, things that never happened, about people that don't exist in places that we've never been to. In today's episode, we are going to be taking a break from our ongoing campaign of City of Winter to tell you a story about, well, a hero, a town, the darkness, all of these things.
This is also a
And
game that Kurt made. You made this game, right, Kurt?
I did made this game. It was me. I did all of it. The art and the writing. Gosh, I did the things.
I love the art in this game, by the way. It's so good. Not the darkness, no. I know we're
No.
I feel like the darkness is always lurking. Even
That's true.
in our current campaign of City of Winter, I feel like the darkness is always lurking.
That is true. We did a little bit get rid of it, but your character, who's now dead, still in the process of
Still
being
dead.
deadified, memorialized, I guess is the term that I want to
Yeah.
use. Yeah, Stone had some concerns. But
Mhm.
I should say we've introduced our channel. We have not introduced ourselves. Perhaps you would be so
Yes.
kind as to tell the people who you are.
Yes. Hello. My name is Amanda. You might also know me as Vamp. I am a variety streamer. I'm a cosplayer, a YouTuber, an actor, and I also love RPGs. I've been playing them for most of my life and love playing them. And it is my true delight to be here today and be joined by my friend Kurt, where we will be playing one of his games today, which always are a great time, Kurt. So I can't wait to play.
Stop.
I can't wait to play the Hourglass Things. I don't think I've played this one before.
You
Have I?
haven't, which is why we're
No.
playing it today,
So
because you were a
exciting.
little envious when
I
Anthony and I did a
was.
duet stream of it some time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So yeah, that's me. And Kurt, who are you?
My name's Kurt, as you can tell by the fact that it says Kurt underneath the picture of
It
me.
does.
I am a designer of role-playing games. I'm a lover of role-playing games. I'm somebody who gets here every Monday or so. We've missed a couple for similar reasons. Uh, and and I'm here to tell a story today with my friend Amanda. Today we are playing a game called The Hourglass Sings. I can't introduce this yet without acknowledging Lord Monkey, because one of the first songs I learned how to play on an instrument was the theme song to The Days of Our Lives. So you have to wonder if there's some embedded inspiration somewhere that makes me more prone to enjoying hourglass-based metaphors.
Maybe, maybe.
I can hear it now, and you can't sing it because it's like a glissando, maybe. It doesn't. You can't sing it. It's orchestral, but I can hear it now. I can hear it now.
And perhaps we will hear it in this game where the hourglass may indeed sing. I don't know if there's a real hourglass and if it can sing, but we're gonna find out. What do we
Folks,
what
in
do we
case
do
you're
for this game?
wondering,
So we have different roles.
we do, but we'll share them. Amanda doesn't show up to these streams knowing what game we're going to play.
I don't
If we're
know.
doing a campaign, Amanda knows how to play because we played the game before.
Yeah.
But that's not something that is expected. That I'm the one who has to know how the games are played, whether it's a game that I made or not. And so, is there an hourglass that sings? Only metaphorically, but we're going to jump into it. Uh, I'll open this with a quote. This game is inspired by The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which was a formative game experience for me in the year 2000. If something should happen to you, remember this song. So, Amanda, you should have in our Google Drive folder access to a document called Rules.
Should
And
I open that up? And the play
if
sheet
you would, the play sheet. Yeah, the play sheet, we won't need that
as much
seriously. I just like to remember whose names side
is
characters
okay.
are. Yeah.
All right. Well, I have downloaded the rules, so let me open those up.
Excellent.
Da, da, da.
I would invite you to, from page 4, read aloud the paragraphs under the section entitled Read This Aloud.
The town is a place of life and magic. Strange people with stranger powers live here, carrying out their daily lives. The town has been a hub for trade and culture for hundreds of years. The town is doomed. The dark is coming, and it looms and grows. Some who stay become twisted and cursed. Some ignore it. Some have left to seek shelter. But a great threat advances, poised to end it all. There is one who may still save this place, the hero, an outsider who holds the power to turn back time. There is not long left before the end of all things. How will the world be saved? And I guess that's what
And
we're
that
deciding.
we're going to play to find out.
Yeah.
In this game, we are going to both be playing as all 3 roles. Each turn,
All
we're going to go
3.
back and forth. I'll do one roll, you'll do the next roll, I'll do the next roll, you'll do the first roll, I'll do the second roll, you'll do
Got
the
it.
third roll, I'll do the back and forth forever. 3 rolls, 2 people, alternating. The way that this will work is we're going to start by deciding some things that are true about our town, our hero, and our darkness. So, in this game, we are going to begin by building the town. The town has an oath. All 3 have an oath. Amanda, I have read the oath aloud before. You have not, but I don't want to force you to read all the things aloud.
Do you want to read the oath, or do you? I can read the oath if you want me to.
If, you know what, why not? Page 13, there's a
Yes,
section right on top that says, read this aloud. This is the oath of the town.
I am many souls, alive but damaged. My oath. I will create strange and wondrous people. I will show their magic. I will create grounded daily moments. I will show their mundanity. I will show the connections between people, their pasts and presents, their love and conflict. I will make places feel lived in and purposeful, connecting them to daily life.
Great. We are going to pick one or invent our own form and traits. Perhaps the town is an island, dense with structures and life, characterized by rich trade and tight spaces. Maybe the town is a ruin, built into the bones of something that came before, characterized by what it can salvage and what it used to be. Or perhaps the town is a wild place, blending into the natural world, characterized by encroaching nature and structures built deep into the earth. What do we think the town is?
Mm. I like it. I like it buried deep into the earth.
Great. So let's say that this is sort of built amongst there's trees that soar up into the sky, giant redwood-looking trees, and then this deep. I almost picture like a tower that goes down,
Ooh,
and
I
there's
like
sort of
that.
stairs and structures that spiral around it all the way down.
Yeah. So it's like a tower that's underground.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
we think
basically.
like maybe the top of the tower just like pokes out?
Ooh, yeah, I think there's like some walls that surround
Is that
the
how we
town,
go
town
in,
walls.
or is it like there's a side way to kind of go in to the tower? Like, is
Maybe,
it at the bottom of a cliff you can go in and go up the tower that's inside,
yeah,
or is it could you go through? You could probably still go through the top, but you'd have to climb up a cliff, so it might not be as easy.
maybe it's like I like that idea that it's built into a cliffside at the same time. Maybe like there's a big like shafts of light shine through from the seaside or lakeside edge of the town, and then so it's like not a complete tower.
Maybe it's
There's a
like
sort of
because it's close to the water, the cliff eroded and there used to be like a big town that was in a castle like up there and it all
yeah,
collapsed into the ground. Kind of the like there was a slide and then the cliff fell away into the water and so now it's kind of buried in this rubble. It's
that's
grown over
fun.
time.
Sure.
So,
And people still live
ooh.
here. This is a
Yes.
place that people live their daily lives. But yeah, sort of. Okay, so we ended up kind of splitting the difference between ruin and wild place, which is fun.
Okay,
I
cool.
think that that builds a cool basis. By the way, shout out to those streaking in. I know it's
Thanks for the
an uphill battle for those
streaks.
streaks right now.
Yeah, we've been having some technical difficulties on lives. It's been a technically difficult time.
Isn't that the truth?
Isn't
But
that the truth?
we're moving forward.
We're moving
We're getting
forward.
there.
We're doing pretty good right now. We've only had 49 dropped frames, less than 1%. So we're pretty stable, which I like to see.
There you go.
Yeah.
You want to be stable, folks.
You do.
Uh, each cycle, pause. This game is going to have a sort of looping time structure.
Okay.
We're going to tell the story, we're going to tell the story, we're going to tell the story, and then if things look really bad, our hero can rewind time using their magic instrument, and that will reset our narrative to a place where they wake up.
Whoa.
Each cycle, the hero awakens somewhere in the town. It's always the same place. So help me pick one. Do we think it's a cozy bed at an old cottage, scratchy blankets and folk art? There's a caretaker here who greets the hero with warm concern. Or do we think it's a shrine, overgrown and mostly forgotten? There's a devotee here who approaches the hero with quiet reverence. Or do we think it's a market stall bustling with people? There's a merchant here who wakes the hero with impatient incredulity. What do we think? Market, shrine, old cottage?
I like the idea of a shrine. What do you think?
Sure. So there's a shrine and someone devoted to this shrine, a devotee, the nature of which we can learn more about as we play. Um, great. So
Cool.
now we have established
Hi,
the bones
Log.
of our town. Hi, Log. Hello.
Hello.
That's what. Hello.
Oh, Log, thanks for the streak. Hey, with that blep.
We love to see it. Uh, Now we're going to move right on forward to establishing our threat, our darkness, something that our hero is fighting against and our town is existing in the shadow of.
Cool.
The dark has an oath as well. On page 19, Amanda, perhaps you
Mm-hmm.
would be so kind as to read aloud the oath of the dark.
The dark. And also the art for this is like the art is so good in this book that Kurt did. He did such a good job. The oath is I am the promise of darkness, the cruel end of the world. My oath. I will embody the darkness in people. I will end stories in tragedies. I will show the world through a dark and twisted mirror. I will show the end approaching ever closer and the machinations of those behind it. Oof.
That you will.
All
We
right.
both will, as we will both act as the dark.
We'll
Now, the
both be the
dark
dark.
has sort of two elements to it. There's a
Have a good time at work, Lord
it,
Monk.
yeah. Uh, the dark is going to twist people into monstrous versions of themselves, sort of exaggerate their flaws and do bad things to them. It's also going to threaten a more final end, some apocalyptic scenario.
Okay.
So, do we think the dark wakes buildings, which become flesh and wrath? At the end of all things, the cathedral will rise and destroy everything. Do we think the dark calls the sea, bringing its vile children to walk the earth? At the end of all things, the waters will drown everything. Or do we think the dark breaks the light, waking nightmares and plunging the town into shadow? At the end of all things, the sun will snuff out into nothing.
Well, all of those sound amazing. I mean,
They they feel very appropriate. None of these feel incorrect for our town. One of them
yeah.
has to be the
I mean,
correctest, though.
I like the idea of waking buildings, but I also feel like because we're in a submerged
Hmm.
building in and of itself, and we already set up the shrine, so the cathedral rising, like I just feel like that kind of fits. But then the sea calling, we just talked about how this is a structure that kind of was on a cliff that eroded. So I don't know. Both of those are good. Do you have a preference between those two?
Uh, no, I've played all three before.
You've
It just
probably
depends on
played it all.
I've played it all.
I've played it all. Chat, what do you
Played it
guys
all.
think? Should we do waking buildings, calls the sea? Does anyone have any preferences? Because I like both of those. Hello, Kate. Welcome in.
Nice to see you.
Hmm.
Well, while I guess chat. Oh, waking buildings. We've got one answer, and Rob was fast. So boom, boom, boom,
All
ba
right,
boom, boom, boom.
waking buildings. It shall be.
It
First
shall
answer
be.
is always the right answer.
That's the thing. We don't know if there's ever going to be more.
Yeah.
So you just have to take the first one. Okay, great. So now we have our threat, but for any darkness to be interesting, to have a narrative, to have an interest in learning more, there has to be humanity behind it, or humanity of a sort. Someone is pulling the strings, advancing the dark. We are going to pick a form and desire for the dark. Do we think it's a discarded toy, forlorn and broken? It seeks attention and destruction at all cost. Do we think it's a cruel wraith from a dark time long forgotten? It seeks power and freedom at any cost. Or do we think it's a spurned lover who once lived among the people? They seek revenge and infamy at any
Mm.
cost.
Hello, Joker, over in the YouTube chat. Hello. Um. Ooh. I mean, so this is what's like making the thing happen. Is that
Yeah,
the idea?
the idea.
Um, I like a cruel wraith.
Easy. Cruel wraith it is. Power and freedom is what it seeks. It's from a dark time long forgotten. Okay, we've got our darkness. And finally, of course, we need our hero.
Yes.
So we're in a rhythm now. So I might as well ask you if on page 25 you wouldn't mind reading out the hero's oath.
Not at all.
Not at all.
The hero. I am the hope and light, a beacon of courage and understanding. My oath. I will care about people. I will show how small acts fight the darkness and end those behind it. I will see the world through my curious past and my hope for the future. I will save stories from becoming tragedies. Each soul I save will grant me a mask of power. A mask of power. Cool.
Mask of Power. Some people ask, what is that? My answer is, depends on who you're playing with. We're going to
Can
find
mean
out.
many things. Yeah. Very
Many, many.
interesting. I'm very curious to see how that will manifest for our hero.
Speaking of our hero, we now must pick things for them. Do we think our hero is a child, lost and small? They may save the town through their innocence. The hero is an ancient, withered and slow. They may save the town through their wisdom. Or the hero is a spirit, strange and ethereal. They may save the town through their grace.
Oh, I always want to go for innocence.
Innocence it is. We've got a child hero.
Yay.
Finally, our hero I'll read aloud the passage that I wrote that says, read this aloud. I've made you do all the other ones. I can do this.
It's a good oath,
I
by the way.
carry an instrument, something with the power to turn back time. The sound drones or lingers when played, washing away the hours like the tide erodes the shore. So our hero has an instrument. I've picked 3 weird instruments, to be fair, so I'm just going to
Right.
let us know what they are. There's a bull roarer, whittled by a lost friend. A bull roarer is like a little whistle on the end of a string, and you swing it, and it makes a droning whistle sound. Yeah, a big arc it makes.
Okay.
There's a music box that plays a lullaby from childhood, or a hurdy-gurdy. It says it took a lifetime, half a lifetime to master. And a hurdy-gurdy is like a sort of violin with a droning string and little keys.
I'm gonna need to
It's
look
what's on the
up.
cover art, actually.
Oh. Oh.
Hurdy-gurdies are
Yo, let's
cool as
do
hell, honestly.
hurdy-gurdy. That's where I'm leaning. Seems pretty
Hell
sick.
yeah. All right, sick. That means that we have our conditions established. We are going
We
to be
do?
playing a story about a town that's a wild place. It's sort of a half collapsed tower that's sunken into the earth. Cracks on the side, vast openings show the seaside sprawling out before it. Uh, there's a shrine that our hero awakens in every cycle if they reset time, and a devotee there that greets the hero with quiet reverence. There's a cruel wraith somewhere in the darkness, who's from a time long forgotten. They want power and freedom at any cost, and they are waking buildings, causing buildings to wake. They become flesh and wrath, and at the end of all things, the cathedral will rise and destroy everything. That's our big spooky apocalypse. Finally, our hero is a child saving the town through their innocence, and they have a hurdy-gurdy. Uh, so, that's what we are playing with today, folks. Here's how we will do it. The game's pretty simple. Big surprise, I designed it and didn't put a lot of mechanics in. I never do. Essentially, every turn, either Amanda on her turn or me on my turn, will draw a card from a deck. Amanda, I've linked you to a playingcards.io space where we
Okay.
can share a deck.
On Facebook or Discord?
Discord, because that's where we were.
Got you.
Each card is linked to a prompt, and the prompt corresponds to whatever role we're playing that round.
Yeah.
So if it's the Dark's turn and I draw a card, there's a specific, like let's say, 2 of spades prompt for the Dark. And we're going to use that prompt to inspire the next part of the story, and we'll just sort of describe it. We'll give a little bit of description of something that we think happens based on the prompt.
Okay.
They're interpretive. You've played games like this before. It's just a little bit of something. And of
Yeah.
course, we can play these out if it feels appropriate, but much of the time you might just be sort of saying, this happens like this. And we can ask questions with each other, of course, to sort of explore what we're thinking, what we want. We can wave hello to a duck if a duck
Hello,
passes by.
duck.
I don't think you understand
What?
how much food
Duck ordered barbecue
about to arrive.
for us to
I
eat.
mean, as long as it's not barbecue duck, I feel like it's all above board.
Oh my gosh, if it were barbecue duck, that would be terrible.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
People eat it. It's a thing.
People do eat barbecue duck. I believe that.
Am I a monster?
Well, I don't know. We wouldn't label you as such, but if you want to be monstrous, I think we'd all still support you if you wanted to eat your own kind. It's your choice. No.
Oh, to have the open supportive. I think we all support you if you wanted to eat your own kind.
Also, this is
Okay.
our playing cards, which I can now go to if you guys want to see what's on the table that we're playing. But I have cut off my own hand so as not to spoil anything. Barbecue duck is definitely a thing. Yeah, it is. I'm not saying that I have any ideas for barbecuing duck, but I'm just saying I've heard it's good. That's all I
thing.
know.
We've heard.
Heard it's tasty. All right, so
Now,
we have
right.
the cards.
So every turn you draw a card.
That's it.
And that's pretty much going to be it. I'll go through just a little bit more. Each card has a suit level prompt that's very general. It's got a couple ideas what you're going to do, and then it's got a more specific like suit to number
That's us
prompt.
with
And
our
that one's like,
hurdy-gurdy. Look at us. We're like on image, maybe.
yeah,
Could
it's
be
there.
us.
It's been there the whole time. I love me a hurdy-gurdy. Uh, and that's probably as much as for our purposes.
Yeah,
We've played
that's
games like this before.
yeah.
I won't beleaguer the point, but I guess the only other trick is that there are slight like bonus considerations for different roles, and the town is first. So I'll just sort of
Be the
jump us
town.
in with the town.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be the town for the first turn.
Cool.
So on the town's turn, like any other role, they're going to draw a card and use that to inspire the next piece of the story. Each town turn must either introduce a new character, develop an existing character, or connect characters to each other. We're considering how these people might fit into the architecture, how the infrastructure reflects the citizens here. Right now, we only sort of know of two people in the town, the devotee and the hero. But what's going to happen now? We'll draw a card and we will see what it tells us, what it suggests. I will just flip one up here. I have drawn the Jack of Clubs. The Jack of Clubs. So now I'm going to go to the town section for clubs. It says clubs, culture. Describe something that shows a tradition, belief, or event. Who is participating right now? And the Jack says, what the wealthy throw away. I think we see, for the briefest moment, this gauzy, blurry sort of view of the world, a blinking as the hero stirs in this shrine. The hero is a child. We don't know their name yet, but it's no surprise that what catches their attention first before anything else is the sounds of children echoing off the edges of this tall, inverted tower of a city way, way down by the seaside. You see a beach, little shells all along it, and a village girl. I think we're going to call her Mara. Mara wears a red and white striped dress uh, made from sailcloth that became too ratty to sail with anymore.
Okay.
Mara skips along the beach, picking up little seashells. But every few seashells is a smoothly polished stone. Some beautiful piece of gem or brickwork or metal. Something that was cast out into the waves when it was no longer needed, tossed from some high part of this city, and then washed over many years back from the sea. Mara finds all kinds of trinkets and baubles, and giggles to herself as she puts them in the little rucksack, I think, that she keeps with her, with all her treasures. So Mara, in a dress of repurposed sailcloth,
Collecting trinkets.
collects treasures, collects trinkets worn by the sea. So that's just a little glimpse of someone in the town, a village girl named
Cool.
Mara, and that's all we need to see with that for now.
Okay. So now I am
The dark.
Dark.
The dark. So
Ooh.
you will draw a card, and then we'll see what it do.
Okay. I am the dark. So for now. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. Just reviewing my oath. Okay, so got the King of Spades.
The King of Spades. Wow, what
Yeah.
a crazy draw.
Is that
I
crazy?
will, well, a little bit, because spades are twisted souls. Usually we would choose a character in the town and see how their flaws twist them. I feel like that would be a really freaking brutal open, but we could do it. However, I'm going to introduce a rule that I haven't mentioned yet,
That I
which
could
is that,
do something else, right?
yeah, yeah.
Saw that in the
So
game.
anytime you draw a card that you feel like uh, you see a chance for maybe a different fit in one of the other suits, you can change the suit, and
Okay.
then there's that. I guess thematically, what I say is that this muddles the timeline. So if you
Right.
do this, also give us a little glimpse of something that is yet to pass, something from a different timeline, something from a different cycle that either happened long ago or hasn't happened yet. You don't need to know what it means. Just a little ghost of something that doesn't that we don't know what it means yet. So the other suits for the dark for the king
Yeah.
prompt are the driving force for the dark. That's our wraith with picking up speed. Weakness, a heart in spite of everything, or dark signs with only one remains. So we've got some options here, but either way, something dark must happen because that's the nature of the dark.
Wow. Okay.
Folks, in case you're curious, what Amanda originally drew is through bloodthirst uncontrolled. And if Mara turns into a feral little fish girl right off the bat, that's
I mean,
what? She might
I kind of like the drama of it.
do it.
All
Do it.
right. All right, I'm going to do it. So I think as Mara is collecting these trinkets by the seaside, she picks up a piece of sea glass and it isn't quite as sea worn as she thought. And she pricks her finger, and as the blood flows out of her hand, she becomes almost put into a trance by it. She stares at the red running down her finger, and something in her snaps. She looks up, and all around her, all she sees as the water laps at her feet is blood. And she runs headfirst into the sea, into the ocean. She runs and runs and runs until she's fully submerged. And then nothing happens except stillness.
Holy shit. Actually incredible is the thing, Amanda. You got thrown a fastball and you hit it out of the park.
I
And
feel like
that's
that's a fun
sports, which I've
fast.
seen
That
at
is
least once.
sports. Yeah, that is sports ball right there. We know about those sports balls. That's really cool, though. I was like, that's a cool twist. I think we lean into that. Man, this is gonna get dark, isn't it? Rob says, "Hi, Doc."
I'm so
Rob says
fascinated.
hi.
Hello. Is there anything that you need?
No.
Rob, is there anything
Can
that you
you
need?
No. Can you
Can
get me
you-
this?
can you save Mara, who just became entranced by blood and ran into the ocean?
How?
I don't know.
And give her one of these.
I don't know if that's gonna help.
Get out of the
Poor
ocean,
Duck
Mara.
doesn't know who Mara is.
Just no idea what's going on. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now you're the hero. And then I'll be
Yes,
the
I take a turn
town.
as the hero. You'll
And
be
you'll
the
be the
town.
dark.
Look
And
at
then
you
I'll be
go.
hero.
You got it.
Got
Right
it.
away.
Easy.
I can't believe how
Cool.
good that dark turn was. Holy moly.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
All right. So the hero.
Confused.
Thank you.
I have drawn a Queen of Clubs, which
Ooh.
interestingly is one higher than my last card. And this is a digital deck, so it's not like, oh, they didn't shuffle very much. That's just a weird coinky dink. The Queen of Clubs is a story is a story prompt which says connections. Describe a moment of connection between the hero and someone in the town. And the queen says, a day late and $1 short.
A day late and $1 short. So that's someone in the town that you have to describe? Interacting
There has to
with
be
my hero?
some kind of connection between the hero and someone in the town. And who this describes, what it describes, is sort of my discretion. But I think I do know exactly what this is.
Okay, cool.
So we see our hero stirring. Do we want to maybe, since our hero is a child and not like some mysterious spirit or something, I feel like we could just straight up give our hero a name
Yeah.
if we wanted. Maybe Elias. Elias? Ellias? How do we feel
Elias,
about that?
Elias.
Elias.
Yeah.
Sure, Elias.
Here's
Yeah.
your fries.
Thank you. What
We
about?
think
Yeah, I like that. Elias. I was thinking of Bim.
Bim. I actually like Bim better than
you?
Elias. So I think, yeah, I
Bim.
do. I do.
Okay.
Do you think Bim? Pronouns for Bim? Ask as Amanda
They,
tries to
them.
eat cheese.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
eating mac and cheese. Sorry. I do come from stream to stream, so I do tend to snack. And I'm also just a snacker while I stream, to be honest.
It's
Yeah,
true. It's true.
I think they, them for Bim.
Great.
Yeah.
So, I think Bim stirs, and there's this moment that feels like deja vu. Have you ever found yourself almost sensing that something bad was about to happen, an ominous feeling that sits in your gut, but
Yeah.
you don't have a sense of what it's going to be? I think this is what Bim feels as they awaken and hear the child's laughter. Mara's laughter echoing up, and then suddenly it stops. And we see Bim immediately leap to their feet and reach for something that's not there. Bim's eyes slowly focus, and in front of them stands someone wearing an old ritual garb. I think it's like a tunic or a jerkin that goes to the knee length, and it's this devotee. She's an aging woman with, I think, like a long silver chain around her neck, simply dressed, but it's clear that her clothes are darned many times. She looks to Bim and says, I'm sorry. It's always too late. This is where you start. This is how it must be. That chance is never soon enough. But what comes next is within your power. Bim, are you ready? And I don't think we see what Bim's answer is. I think just the camera shifts away and we see something else in town. I will also say, not everything in this game needs to be a direct response to something that just happened, but with this one, just a little too late feels like it had to be.
It feels like it just came from, we're drawing cards that somehow are so relevant to one another.
Also, hi Otto.
Hi Otto,
Nice to have
thanks
you
for the lurk. All right. So now I'm the hero. No, I'm the town.
The town. Back to the town.
Ooh, 6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds for the town is describe a strange magic in this place. Who is involved right now? And the rules of magic is the prompts. I think in the shrine, we see a mysterious cloaked figure lay out on a altar a series of colored stones They are each carved into different and distinct shapes, geometric shapes, and they glow and almost hum as they begin to illuminate. As soon as one is disrupted and taken from the lot, the stones become static once more, out of tune, out of sort, out of magic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. So I have a tiny bit more for our town. Do we think that this person, this mysterious figure, is a magic keeper? Do we think that they're a seller of these stones? Do we think they're a
I think they're a
priest of the
magic keeper.
cathedral? A magic keeper.
Yeah, I think they might also be like, they might be a priest. I don't know. Maybe magic is what the cathedral's about.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say the cathedral is a place that
Of magic.
keeps magic, a magic keeping place. And watches as they hum. Great.
Overlord, thank you for the 3-stream streak.
Woo! ADHD overlord. Is it overlord because you're watching us?
Oh my gosh, the little
We
mushrooms.
both clearly have ADHD.
Look at those
Love those
little
mushrooms.
Terran mushrooms dancing.
Not both of us immediately going, oh, look.
Look at those mushrooms. They're so cute. I love them. That's from Terran's stream. Her emotes, of course. Her emotes are always fire. Cool. All right, so we got a magic keeper.
We got a magic keeper. We've got this devotee as well, who I didn't give a name to, but is an older woman. And we've got
Mara, who ran into
Mara.
the ocean, tragically, and Bim. So that's who we have so far.
Here, great. And I am taking note of this on the
on the
play sheet. You don't have to be looking at it. That's just where I'm writing these things down.
But I can. So I got it open in case we need it.
Now, I must do a turn as the dark. Will it be as messed up and intense as our cold open? We're going to find out.
I don't know.
8 of hearts.
8 of hearts. That doesn't sound too bad. 8 of hearts.
Indeed, it probably isn't. Hearts, weakness. Show a chip in the armor, a weakness in the dark, or the force driving it. 8. A fragile object bearing a soul. Hi, Rapala.
So, hello, Rapala. So, is this like a weakness in the dark?
Yes, or at least
that is pretty positive then for our hero.
Yeah, yeah. I think this could give us an inroad of sorts.
I agree.
I think we see a figure standing over many humming stones, each in a frequency that would sound so dissonant with the stones we just saw before. The scenes are overlaid with each other just for a moment in a horrible cacophony, and the screen cracks, and suddenly it's this dark place, not exposed to the light of the sea, not with stained glass of a cathedral, but somewhere buried and deep. Deep. Each stone is carefully counted, skeletal fingers touching each, checking, checking, checking. But one is missing. The brightest and most red stone. Sharp and unworn by time. Powerful. Where could it have gone? We see the wraith scrambling amongst every little gem, every little piece of power they've slowly amassed over the long years they've planned their return, but nothing is here. Nothing is here. Well, if it's not here, then it must be time to take this to the town.
Oh no.
So I guess we have our inciting incident
Mhm.
canonically.
It's giving Dark Crystal in a really good way.
You know, now that you say it, it is giving Dark Crystal. I'll take it.
All right, so now I'm the hero. The hero. The hero?
Yep.
Yeah. That was a really good scene. So we have a skeletal figure as well, moving in the darkness.
The Wraith,
Oh,
our
that's our
figure
Wraith.
driving the dark.
Right. 9 of Hearts. That sounds good. 9 of Hearts. Hearts are good in Zelda. We like hearts.
We do like hearts in Zelda. That's
keep us
true.
alive.
I just beat a Zelda game today, so
Ooh,
it's
what Zelda
well
game?
on my mind. Echoes of Wisdom. It was really good.
Ooh. Describe how the hero uses their virtue, masks, or past to heal someone in the town. And the prompt is the key for 9.
Nice. Now we don't have to make this someone who we've already seen has a problem. I'll just throw that one out there. Like it could be someone
a new person
whose struggles are new to us. Yeah.
I think I don't know, I'm like torn between like ingraining it more into the full story or like doing a little vignette. Let's do a little vignette. Why not?
Little vignette.
Little vignette.
Who doesn't like one?
I think there is a person in the town named Nahara, and she is stuck outside of her home. She was out walking and climbing around the tower and lost her key when she was on a journey the other day to go get some fresh baked goods. And Bim sees that she is struggling and comes over. Oh, I didn't think anyone noticed that I was, hello there. I'm sorry to bother you, but I seem to have lost my key. Have you seen it anywhere? And Bim looks at her and shrugs. Well, if you happen to find it, says Nahara, I would give you all of the rocks in this satchel. Bim looks at the satchel and looks at Nahara and looks at the satchel and nods. And as Bim explores the tower, they discover a hole that leads deeper into the mountain. There's a little bit of air moving out of it. And it's just at the foot of this hole that they find the key. How did it get here? Bim wonders. This is a little bit off the path. Did someone take this key? Oh well, what matters is that Nahara will have it, Bim thinks, and heads back down to give it to Nahara. Nahara gets into her home and thanks Bim by rewarding them with a satchel full of rocks. We now have a satchel of rocks.
Da, 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 da.
Da da da!
That is the second most video game thing I think I've ever seen happen in this game in any playthrough.
I love a
it's
side
so
quest.
Perfect early item, can I say? Early items
Satchel
always
of
be like, you got a stick. And you're like, hell yeah, I got a stick.
Better
God
than not
damn, I
having a
wanted that
stick. I could use
Right?
this.
I could use this.
Oh, I think the best is like when you're playing like Breath of the Wild and you start to like get like just simple things that you can use to craft recipes. I love cooking. And it's
Yeah.
like at the beginning, all of your ingredients are so like whatever. Like you're like, I got some apples, you know, it's nothing fancy. But then the more that you expand your recipe book and your knowledge, you're like grabbing all kinds of stuff and putting it in pots. All kinds
You'll
of
take it.
crazy combos. Yeah. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this satchel of rocks.
I mean, I know what that's for. I've seen it.
I think we all know what a satchel of rocks. I think you know. I think we're very much in sync on this story, Kurt. So I feel like it's coming together really well.
Which prompt was that? 9 of Hearts?
9 of Hearts.
The key. Ah,
The
yes,
key.
that makes sense.
Mhm.
Great. Okay. I am going
The
to
key could mean many
pull up
things.
the town.
Yes.
The town. That's what I am doing. The king
Oh,
of
and now we have
Diamond.
Nahara, a woman that loves fresh baked bread and lives in a home in the town in the tower.
That's all you want. You just want a little cast of NPCs that you can put in little places and make things happen to. Hee hee hee. The
Gosh,
king
I
of
hope nothing
Diamonds.
bad happens though to these people.
I mean, they're gonna.
I know. The King of
Um,
Diamonds. So this is for the town.
This is for the town. So, diamonds is strangeness.
Ooh.
Describe a strange magic in this place. Who is involved right now?
Okay.
Um,
Who is involved right now?
who is involved right now? Maybe now would be a time to see an interaction between two currently unnamed characters, given both names. I think this is an interaction between the devotee and the magic keeper that we saw earlier. So we will say that the devotee, who I said was an older woman, we'll say that her name is, I'm going to say Poira.
Okay. So that's the woman that was like, it's too late.
Greeted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late.
A Poira?
And she is greeting the magic keeper, Poira.
Poira. So we have Poira, Nahara, Mara.
You know what? Now that you say that, maybe that's a mistake.
No, that's all
But,
right. No, I like all of it. Keep it. Poira.
I mean,
It's a
in
great
some ways,
name.
it's like local custom. People like
Yeah.
vowels.
People like vowels here.
Poira, devotee greets the magic keeper, who we will say is named. I think the magic keeper has like an object kind of name. Rune. We'll call them Rune. Makes sense. So,
Duck, is there coleslaw on this?
folks, we can't be eating coleslaw out here.
What'd you say?
Is there coleslaw on this?
It's a Hawaiian burger.
With coleslaw?
I don't
Chat,
know.
let
It
us
didn't
know
say
if
what
Hawaii
it was,
eats
but a
coleslaw.
Hawaiian
Let
burger.
me know. I'm going to take one bite, but I don't know if I'm going to be into it, but I'll try it.
See what
Yeah.
it is.
I'll just say some words while you decide if coleslaw exists.
It's all right.
There's a whole other tray of barbecue if you don't want that.
It's okay. It's not my favorite. Can you just get me a piece of meat?
I'll just throw it away.
No, you could eat it.
I'll throw it away.
I will eat it if you want. It's good. Anyway, sorry to interrupt the game. I just was like, what is this that I'm eating?
Sometimes you got to know. Folks,
Locke would
sometimes
know.
you just want to know what you're eating. And by you, I mean especially Amanda. I think that's just true.
I like to know what I'm eating, yeah.
Like I said, it didn't
Yeah.
tell me. It just said.
No. I mean, it's good. It's good. I don't mind it.
No. There's chicken, briskets,
A little bit of brisket.
and you got your French fries with brisket on it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll eat some of those. Okay. Sorry to derail the game. Please continue.
It's fine. We gotta sort out our eats. In case you didn't know this, folks, Amanda basically back-to-back streams all day, and what that means is that essentially you've got
Okay.
someone who is ravenous at exactly. There's no time to not be streaming,
Oh yeah.
and so simply all day, it has to come to it at some point. You gotta
Yes.
eat.
I gotta eat at some point.
You gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
some barbecue
Oh,
sauce.
thank you for the barbecue sauce. If I could get a fork and a knife, that would be just dandy, my love.
And if you couldn't, well, that would be undandy, which is
You'd,
the opposite.
you'd be my love. I mean, if you got me a fork and a knife. Anyone would be that brings a woman utensils. Thank you.
That's all it takes, folks.
Oh, yeah, I do have a fork. Very well. Thank you.
This game might be about a hero, but the true hero is your serving staff.
So true. Thank you,
Okay.
Doc. All right.
Wait.
Thank you, Doc. Okay. Sorry. Do your thing.
Okay. Sure. We see Poira approach the steps of the temple. This cathedral, I think, is older than the other buildings in town. Many of them built after the wreckage with salvaged stone, new driftwood harvested from the seaside, and whatever they can get their hands on. Twisting vines that come down from the long walls. But this building predates that. This building was constructed back in the age before the fall. And on the steps of this old building sits a magic keeper of hunched posture, wearing a mask.
Ooh.
Wearing the same mask as Poira currently bears, slipping it over her face as she approaches. A gesture of respect here. Each bears a simple stone face, polished to smoothness, with darkened holes for eyes. I think there's some kind of mesh, maybe fish netting that covers the eyes,
Ooh.
obscures the person behind. And Poira says, "Nothing, actually.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing." Yeah, she says
That was
nothing.
That was a cliffhanger.
She approaches and opens her mouth to speak, and then swirling before her are the many times she's tried before. We see a glimpse of Poira shouting, "We have to act now! It's coming!" We see, even before then, a more innocent Poira. Things seemed strange. Mara, the girl, walked into the sea this morning. There were those who sought her, but it does not seem a natural passing. But today Poira shows no such warning. She brings no such tidings, because each time Rune would simply speak and say, "We cannot be too hasty. The stones hum until they are silenced, and we cannot be too hasty." And so Poira simply leaves her daily offering on the step and turns and leaves back to the shrine that is hers to keep.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you think Poira and Mara were related?
An interesting question. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, so I am the darkness. So maybe we'll get some
Yes.
answers. 5 of spades. Oh boy. Well, we know spades is a doozy of a suit for the darkness. Spades is like bad news, isn't it? Twisted souls again.
Twisted Souls.
Choose a character in the town. How do their flaws twist them? What monster are they becoming before our eyes? This is a 5. Is
Yeah.
that what it is? Yeah, 5.
I said yeah, I didn't actually look.
Yeah, sorry. It is. You're right. Through greed engorged.
Interesting.
Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So we got Nahara, we got Poira, we got
Got
Rune,
Rune,
the Magic
got
Keeper,
Bim.
we've got Bim. Is Rune the Magic Keeper that we saw before, or is Rune a different Magic
Yes,
Keeper?
I think so.
Yeah,
Unless
same. Okay.
you would
No,
prefer
no,
it not be.
no. That's cool. So we have Rune, Poira, Nahara. I think I want to warp the timeline.
Sick. Yeah, let's see it.
So when I do that, I switch the suit.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could go with clubs, which is dark signs, diamonds, which is the driving force. Ooh. I could do hearts, which is weakness.
It's true.
I think these are all really good. I think let's do the driving force. So describe what the figure driving the dark is doing. And I got number 5, which is old habits die hard. The figure has made their way to the heart of the town, but people are not aware of their presence because they are many floors above. They have come from the top of the tower and are slowly winding their way down. But as they climb down, they cannot help but light the old lanterns on their way. And as they pass, each one emanates a glowing red flame. The flames grow hotter. The heat is rising. And as they move lower down, you can feel it flaring up at the edges. People get a sense that something is coming, as they felt this heat before. And I also picture that the skeletal figure, we get this shot of the skeletal figure as they're going down. And I feel that when we show them, they're always really mysterious. Like we maybe see a hand, something that's ultra close up, but we can see their eyes shining red in the dark. Just like a close up, like here. Or maybe it's not a close up, but the rest of them is in shadow except for their eyes as they lean out to light the next. What did I say? Lantern? So I'm picturing like
Yeah.
wall sconces is what I'm actually
Yeah.
picturing.
Yeah.
But lanterns could be cool too.
That could be
Torches?
lanterns. Yeah.
Torches? Do we like torches? Do we like lanterns for
I
this
think
visual?
lanterns works.
Lanterns?
I'm
Okay, cool.
picturing like stone lanterns coming out of the walls of these sort of like a winding staircase
And I'm
around the
imagining them
tower.
shifting from like a cool blue to like a really hot red as they go down.
Gotcha. And of course, I must make sure you're beholden to this. Can we get
Oh,
a
yes.
glimpse of something from the past or the future?
Yes.
Just a little peek. Anything.
The top of the tower begins to crack, and all of the pieces crumble inwards until it is just a pile of rubble inside the mountain. Crushed. By something we don't know what.
Great.
Ooh, is it the past? Is it the future? That's
What a
fun.
great question.
What a great question. Cool. I like it.
Okay, great. I will do the next turn, as one always does. I will do a turn of the hero because the hero is the next one to go. Yeah, yeah. And I have drawn a
yeah.
Queen of Spades. Yeah, yeah. Queen of Spades is the past. Describe a memory of the hero. How does it connect to what's happening right now? This is the daily mantra. I think we see Bim. Bim is sitting on one of the larger openings for this tower has a slab that long ago fell in a way that wedged itself into a cliffside. And I think that stable, like big chunk of earth has become a naturalized area, a park of sorts, little benches and a scenic outlook where lovers stare at the sunsets. And the hero, Bim, is holding this satchel of stones, pulling one back. And we see that Bim has, since receiving these stones, fashioned a sort of slingshot, has been carving it out of yew.
Wow.
Bim tests the stretch, aims, and almost lets it go. But for a moment, we see an older brother. Don't point it if you're not ready to see the thing you're pointing it at break. Bim, younger, holds down, thinks about it, and then day after day, in the same spot, targets this one rock, a flagstone of their home. Now Bim targets. They're not sure what. There's nothing to point at, nothing that feels safe, nothing that doesn't feel too fragile to be within the crosshairs of this. And so they climb down a few steps to a nearby home, where it was once. Now it's rubble. Must have been a cave-in recently. Bim pulls back. Slingshot lets it go. And a single stone protruding from the rubble, with a perfect little mark many times hit, ricochets the stone right back into Bim's hand. Bim slipped it back into the satchel.
Very cool. Bim in their slingshot. Okay, so now I'm the town.
Yeah.
Two
Oh,
of
I should mention, if at any
diamonds.
point things look, if at any point on a hero's turn it seems like Bim should reset time, Bim can.
Right.
That's when time resets on the hero's turn, which also means that I might crank things a little on the dark's turn. I might do some bad stuff. Depends on what I draw.
Good to know. I drew the two of diamonds for the town, which is
More strangeness, I think.
yeah, strange magic. Who is involved right now? The figure in the fountain is the prompt. There is a being made of water that lives in the fountain, in the square, in the town. Some call it the heart of the town, just because it's central. But it's also believed to be the heart of town because there exists within it a being which once created life that radiated out from this town to the entire world. The Lady of the Fountain. But while many have gone to the fountain, prayed to it, talked to it, no one has responded. And there are many who believe that indeed there was never life in that fountain, and that is simply water. But sometimes, if you're watching the fountain for a long time, it almost feels as though the water is not flowing with any currents. The water seems to move in its own way, this way and then that. Is the water alive? Or is there some other magic in this place that manipulates the way that it moves?
Cool. Lady of the Fountain.
Lady of the Fountain.
We're getting some cool folks.
Yeah, some
I
pretty
like
cool
it.
foes. It's pretty like this is a game I would play. I would play this game.
I'm afraid to tell you, you are.
Yes. You're
But
doing
I
it
know
right
that's not
now.
what you meant.
But
know
I
that's
mean,
not what you
like,
meant.
if it was a video
If
game.
it was video game, we
Yeah.
play video game. I would too play video game.
But I too would
I have-
play this game, which I am playing.
So true. I've drawn the 8 of diamonds.
Yes,
the 8 of
log.
diamonds.
The 8
Getting the-
of diamonds.
The 8 of diamonds
There it
reads the driving force. I'm going to describe what the figure driving the dark is doing. This is becoming unhinged.
Whoa, becoming unhinged is your prompt?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I said I was going to do what I said I was going to do, didn't I?
You did say you were going to become unhinged, so time to do just that, apparently, according to the cards. What a fitting prompt.
Yeah. Each lantern, one after the other, red, 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 red. And slowly, as the dark circles further and further down the spiral of the tower, they reach the very bottom, where the oldest rubble lies, knocked farthest down, fell the farthest, broke the most catastrophically. And only here, at the bottom of the deep tower, are the vestiges of the Wraith's life here. How cruel that it should all have been dashed away. If only the town itself could have fled. If only all could rise and move away from the collapse. And all will rise. As the Wraith moves their hand over a piece of ruined stone, a great cracking sounds in the earth.
Ooh.
As an old structure rises. And from far above, in a cathedral untouched by a great fracture, a crack sounds.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
So now I'm the hero?
Yeah.
Dang. How are we going
Mom
to deal
says
with
it's my
it?
turn on the hero.
What?
Mom says it's my turn on the hero.
No, it's my turn on the hero. You played the hero last time.
Oh, man.
All right. So, wow. How are we going to deal with that? How are we going to deal with that? Not good. I will draw a card and see what we get. Four of Hearts. Sounds promising. Sounds good. So that is... Hearts is healing. Maybe we can heal the crack. Maybe there's still hope. We have to believe.
I will remind you that on any hero turn, you can reset time. I'm not saying you must, just that that's on the table. Our hero will keep all their memories, of course. And actually, general note on the narrative, it's our prerogative as players to decide, like, ad hoc what
Like
is
when
convenient to
the
have.
resetting, like what it means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Like,
oh,
did they
did this
prez
happen? Did
or
this not happen? Like,
was
did
this a
this happen off
vision?
screen?
Yeah.
We don't need to, like, go through all the, like, really nitty-gritty details about timeline sorting out. In fact, that would be a bad idea. For our purposes, narratively convenient things have happened or not happened. We get to make those judgment calls. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely
Either
makes
way,
sense.
it is your turn.
So I think I might just go with it, to be honest. I don't know if we need a reset yet.
Go with it.
Right. So wait, when we play our instrument, that's when we turn back time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with intent. The hero can be playing their instrument and not
Can we do
resetting time.
different things with our instrument? Like, does it have multiple? Yeah?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So I can have Bim play their hurdy-gurdy. I can say that there is Noel who lives near the market square. And all of a sudden, the tower begins to shake. And all of Noel's produce is about to spill all over the floor. As everyone's freaking out with everything shaking around them, Bim looks on in amazement, themselves shaking somewhat, but reaches swiftly for their hurdy-gurdy. They start to play, and as they play, a light radiates out, blasting back the waves with its own blinding white aura. There's a flash where everyone closes their eyes, and yet when they open them, everything has become sturdy once more. They look around. Some people are already huddled under something, afraid that the rocks might tumble on top of them. But for now, it seems that things are stable. People come out, and everyone gathers around Bim, begins to applaud. Bim sheepishly smiles and does a little bow.
Okay. Cool.
So we have Noel, who has a produce stand in the market.
Yep. We've got a grocer, folks.
We got a
Love having
grocer.
We got a grocer. Okay.
And I think
So
Noel walks with a limp.
Nice. I will pen that down.
Yeah. They have really curly hair and they walk with a limp. Like tight little curls to his head. Noel. He, him.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, the town. I am drawing a card, and my card is the Seven of Clubs. The Seven of Clubs for the town is culture. Describe something that shows a
Whoa.
tradition, belief, or event. Who's participating right now? I've got a little tradition for luck.
All right. To give you luck?
That's the question. I think, yeah. I think it would make the most sense if we see someone give a little offering to the hero. I think a common thanks in this place. And what better for it to be than a mask?
Ooh.
Yeah. I think we see
So we have a satchel of rocks, a little sling, a hurdy-gurdy, and a mask. Ooh,
Yeah.
we are leveling up.
We are leveling up. We are so full of equipment.
Yeah.
But I think what we see is Noel, I guess. We might as well see Noel in practice here. Noel walks up to the hero and says, "Well, that was incredible. I've never never seen anything like that in my life. I'm sure I never will again." Very briefly, we see a flicker of Poira's face from the shadows, and a sadness in it at that sentence. The idea of never seeing this again. Wouldn't that be something? But we cut back to Noel and Bim, and Noel holds forward a mask that I think is carved from a gourd. Produce vendor whittles away in his spare time, and he's got this sort of beautiful carved mask that I think the curves of this mask mirror the swirls of the pumpkin's coloring, and it's quite colorful, quite festive. It's tradition. Perhaps you're too young to recall. There was once said that there were people here, and each person poured their heart into the place that they lived. And the very final touch of any place of a person who lived here was the mask they would hang above the mantle. That's why we carve masks, young one. And, well, I had a thought for where this one might go, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's found its home. Take this. Use it anytime you need to feel home. Yes. Where is it that you live? But before that question can be really truly asked, Bim's face turns and they go,
Oh. Classic Bim. Wow. I love Noel. Noel must be protected at all costs. We love him. Your voice was perfect, Kurt.
I do what I can.
Perfect Noel voice. Joker. So wait, I am.
You are the
you
dark.
are. Wait. No,
I
you
just
did
did the
that.
town.
You did the town. I'm the dark. Uh-oh. Joker feels crazy. Is it a wild card? Do I just choose or
Wouldn't that
let's
be
see.
something? There's a Joker. There's a Joker spot. It's at the end of the
Ooh.
prompt.
Woo. Very cool. The dark finds a clue that the hero has power over time. What did they learn? What do they do? The light reaches far. It reaches wide. It reaches all the way up the tower to where the wraith has been, well, I guess raising cathedrals and stuff and doing all kinds of who knows what up there. Jeez. So they see this flash, and for a moment they stumble backwards, and they hear the hum. We see as their skeletal feet move from laying prone on the ground to righting themselves. The feet shuffle in the darkness, one way and then the other, and then, all of a sudden, they stop. The Wraith has an idea. The Wraith has a plan. For if the hero no longer has control of their instruments. What could they do? A way to defeat them forever. Dun dun dun!
Okay. This big heroic moment, but it only showed our hero's hand. I hate
Wait,
to see it.
no, our darkness's hand. Wait, that was darkness, right?
Yeah, but the
Oh,
hero's hand metaphorically was revealed through this big,
oh yes, through
you know what I'm
them.
saying?
Yes, through them trying to help the townspeople. They accidentally kind of let slip
Gave it
their
away.
power. Yeah, that's such a hero but thing.
It is a hero thing.
You respond to something in the moment, not knowing what's causing it, and then later you find out that like that thing that you experienced was not just a freak thing, that it was connected to some higher, greater evil in the world. I hate when that
Yeah.
happens. If I had a nickel for every time that happened,
Wow. The nickels you'd have.
I'd have a few at least.
I drew a king of clubs for our hero's turn.
Ooh.
A king of clubs says for our hero, connections. This is a curious one to draw now. It's
Ooh.
not you again. Moment of connection between the hero and someone in the town.
Not you again. I love
Not
that.
you again.
All right. That makes it
I'm
feel like
thinking.
it's someone we've probably seen. That Bim has
This
probably
one's
met.
so this one's so playful, right?
Yeah.
It feels like a
Bim is
sunny
like in
moment.
a totally different world than everything else that's happening, I feel. They really are quite
Maybe, maybe
innocent.
not.
Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. I don't
Yeah, the
know.
innocence is an important part of the character we've established.
Mhm.
I think we hear a song being played with more dexterous precision, with more heart, with more skill than one as young as Bim should have. The droning hurdy-gurdy sounds quietly here, not really making it even outside the crumbled structure that Bim is sitting in. Bim wears the mask they were just given, but we can see that underneath it there's tears running off Bim's cheeks, sitting in this ruin of their home. Bim feels a hand on their shoulder, and it's so similar to the way that their brother used to try to get their attention. As an old habit, Bim sort of shrugs the arm off in a gesture that says, "Knock it off, don't touch me." And then it dawns on Bim that their brother's not here. And as Bim turns, there, glowing just as red as the lights of the lanterns, is Mara.
Not you again.
Bim's eyes widen, because this is not Mara. This is not the laughter. This is an omen. And this is how it so often ends, isn't it? Mara shows up. And then all of a sudden, everything starts to crumble. Mara's eyes glow red. Distantly, In the shadows, some cliffside corner, another pair of red eyes glow, and then the whole town quakes. Rock begins to fall. So quickly, Bim moves their hands along the frets and plays the song that they know they need. Things swirl around them, become blurry. 4 red eyes become 4 memories of gems, glowing, humming of the gems, becoming the droning of the hurdy-gurdy, and then everything swirls back into a blurry waking again, and the child's laughter sounds from the sea. As Bim's eyes snap open. Bleary, I have to do something about Mara.
Oh my goodness. Mara returns. Didn't expect that. That was a good twist.
Yeah.
Bim's got a really sad story, you know?
For now.
For now. Yeah. Okay, so this is the town.
Yeah, and it is the beginning of a new cycle.
Beginning of a new cycle.
As in, time is reset. And you can take that as you will.
Okay, time is reset.
Yeah, I was abstract about it, but time is reset.
Okay. Well, I mean, you did say every time Mara comes up, it's like, here we go again. So this is the Jack of Spades, which for the town is a place to hone your blade. Describe a place in town. What's someone doing there right now?
This could be metaphorical as well, if there's something adjacent to it.
I think at the tavern, there is a contest of sorts happening. For those that play music, you can compete. All of the best musicians have come from far and wide to join in this competition. It's a sort of festival that shuts down the entire town for a short period. Everyone is gathered, it feels, in this place. Bim has never seen so many people able to be contained in the town square. And as Bim watches from the crowd, there are 3 musicians that stand out among the lot. These are the 3 famous. There is Uwu, who plays an oboe. Uwu.
I don't think I can hear uwu without seeing the emoji. I might need any other vowel in between oo and woo.
Olo.
Okay, sure.
The who plays the oboe. Olo is stout, portly, has a very big mustache that almost hangs down over his mouth. Uwu. That sounds more like uwu to me. And also has shaggy hair that seems to obstruct his vision. But Olo is the most gifted oboist in existence, as far as we've known up to this point. And it's said that they do not even read the music, that the music somehow reads them, and they play music as though it is first coming into existence. Number 2 is Renaud. Renaud is a very thin, tall man who always looks down like this. They have glasses at the edge of their nose, and I think their glasses always sort of skirt down their nose, which is why they're forced to constantly look down to be able to see anything. Despite being so tall, they also seem to be quite timid, a little bit quiet, and they play a xylophone. Ronald. And then our third musician. Oh, Ronald is said to have perfect rhythm and can play in any which way, in tune or out of tune, forwards, backwards. Even if you are to muffle all sound from them, Ronald still somehow can find a rhythm, even if they can't hear. And then the last person is Pearl. Pearl is a little old lady who wears on her head something that looks like a tea cozy. And she is wearing an outfit that is completely covered in buttons. It almost looks like button armor.
The most demanding character I've ever met.
Could be something to that. There could be something to that. Pearl plays the banjo. And it's said that Pearl, with one string, can play something more complex than an entire band. There's a complexity to her playing that defies all logic. So we got Olo, Ronald, and Pearl, who are three of the star musicians. And together, they begin to play. This is the beginning of the festival. Who will win? We don't know yet because it's going to go on for a while and there's going to be breaks and stuff. But if you ever want to come to this area to hone your sword, this would be the spot. This stage that has been propped up in the midst of the town.
I completely forgot what your prompt was. I can't believe you got a place to hone your blade and created Olo, Ronald, and Pearl. Star musicians.
Yeah, 3 star musicians that are competing. Anyone can compete, of course, but those are the 3 like the people most expect could win the tournaments. And they'll be there for the duration, so if you want a place to practice music, could be a good spot.
I think as an audience, we realize that one of the themes that we've heard woven through our story so far is diegetic. It's been played at the festival the whole time.
Yeah. The 3 of them are uniting their instruments to just play the theme, but it's composed differently.
I know it sounds like the 3 most unpopular kids at school, but I feel like an oboe, a xylophone, and a banjo could make a really beautiful composition.
I feel like someone needs, if that is not already happening, if anyone in chat happens to play those 3 instruments and you ever want to see if they work together and send it to us, please let us know. If anyone watching,
what an appeal.
Or if you found something that is that, I would love to hear it. It would be very interesting.
This is the one time in the history of you having wild ideas for our reach that I've ever wished it was true. Every other time I'm like, stop. This time I'm like, yes. Multi-instrumentalist, oboist, xylophonist, banjo player needs to play a beautiful
Reach out to us, play some music. That could be the theme for our game.
I'll pay you. Not we. This is me. I'll pay you. Oboist, xylophonist, banjo.
Oboe, xylophonist, banjo player.
I'm just looking for the perfect man. His name is Ronald Olo Pearl.
If someone plays all 3 of those and they watch this, that would be the craziest coincidence in all of history. I'd be amazed.
That's like at least 50% of our audience, I
That's
think,
true. That's gotta be right.
is that set of people. Bagpipes, lock, get out of here. Bagpipes aren't going to fit in that composition.
I definitely
Get
know
out of
people
here.
that play the banjo, so I could get one of those three at least. I'm gonna ask all my friends that are banjo players, hey, do you happen to also play the oboe and the xylophone? I'm just wondering. I'm looking for some theme music for a fictional game that I created in a live stream with my friend Kurt where we played a ttrpg. Do you think that you could be the person to make our soundtrack?
Now, I'm going to say this. A while ago in this stream, one of the first comments once we introduced the game was that "Days of Our Lives" quote.
Yeah.
These are the days of our lives. I learned that on the xylophone. I'm going to take a turn now.
This is how you know that Kurt and I are meant to be friends.
Meant to be.
Weird.
I just
Love it.
brought Amanda a fork and knife once, and Amanda was like, "Friends?
Friends.
That's all it takes."
That's all it takes. Fork and knife, you're in for life.
That's what they say. Everybody start using that one. I've drawn the 4 of spades, and I am taking a turn as the dark. So let's see what we've got here. Amanda just going to casually pin that her own comment. But you know what? She earned it. She earned it.
That's got to be on some merch. That's I think
Merch,
something
folks.
you need to remember when you're wandering around in life. I want to give that one to the people.
Okay. I said that I had drawn a 4 of spades, and the spades are twisted souls. I've drawn through
No.
shame invisible.
There are so many twisted souls.
I mean, there's what, 13 of them in the deck? Yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you draw this game. I think okay. Things are different this cycle. Immediately, it's something that can be sensed. Poira feels that something is out of balance. You can get it out.
I just added that to the list of my merch ideas and I read the other things that I had written down.
Okay, lay it on me, lay it on me.
I don't remember why we were saying these, but here's some other inside jokes that I want to put on my merch that no one else will probably get, and I don't know how they'll sell. Tell me if you would buy these, chat. Greasier than a Krabby Patty. What was that about? Why did we write
We don't
that
have the
down?
rights for that.
This is my favorite one, though. Good fight, great sax.
Good fight, great sex.
No, great sax.
Great
Like a
sax.
saxophone. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That does seem a little bit less incendiary.
Yeah.
But equally weird instrument coded? What's going on today?
I don't know. I don't know, but I do think good fight, great sax is, if that were on a shirt, I probably would buy it because that just seems funny to me.
Some people clip their favorite moments from streams. Amanda writes them down as merch and then forgets that they ever had a reason to exist that way.
What was that about? Anyways. Ba-ba-ba.
So the prompt.
Who's getting twisted?
Who's getting twisted? Through shame invisible. I feel like there's only really 2 options for this, and the most likely one really seems like it's Poira to me. Because I think Poira realizes that there's this like heaviness in her heart. She hasn't been feeling the faith that anything will change.
Yes and yes.
And now,
good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now seeing, feeling, I think, just this shift, like something is known that should not be known to darkness. She senses it. She moves her hand across the stone for her shrine, the one that's kept right up there where the mask would be if this shrine were a home. And she knows that she's failed. The stone is here. But Bim, innocent Bim, has this all resting on their own shoulders, and it's all they can do to just take things back, a step back, not far enough back, again and again and again. And as this all crashes through Poira's mind, I think she fades away.
Whoa. Like into nothingness?
Yeah. Whether that means we're not going to see her again this cycle or not, I don't know. But she fades away.
Dang.
Okay. It is over to you for the hero.
To me for the hero. All right. Let's see what we get. 5 of diamonds.
Diamond.
Diamonds. So that is going to be the fight.
The fight. Fun.
Describe how the hero fights the dark using their virtue, masks, or past. The chains that bind.
Interesting.
I think Bim is reminded again of that time with their brother. Slingshots, skipping rocks. But there was something else they always used to do. There was a song they used to sing that Bim can't quite remember. And as Bim once again cautiously takes aim at the world around them, stone in hand, sling in the other, pulling back and looking, they try to remember what it was, how that tune went. It's as though it's stuck somewhere in their mind, lost to the tides of time. But as they hum 2 notes that feel off and waver, the next ones that come out, which aren't exactly what they thought they were to hum, feel correct. And as they hum, the stone in their hand begins to glow.
Sick.
Lock, that is something I said earlier. We do need to add in that quote thing for stream where we can, when people say things in stream, we can put them into quotes and they get stored. I need to figure out how to do that. I need to ask Annie. I know she has it set up on her stream. We also need it for lives too. There's a lot of good quotes usually when we stream things that we can log. Someday
in a distant world in which I inexplicably haven't taken on 12 other projects.
Well, I'm sure I could figure out how to set it up. Let me take
Amanda,
that project.
it's not that we're not capable. It's that we simply are both
wildly busy people.
It's a miracle that we can almost do this every week.
It is pretty impressive, actually.
Genuinely, I'm very grateful for this bizarre miracle.
It is a bizarre miracle. But yes, so that was my scene, and That is a great quote. I'll add that one to the list, to the merch list. I also found my other merch ideas, which I forgot that I had. So there are more, I've now realized, that exist. The
quotes won't mean anything to me either, folks. I simply don't have that good of a memory. I simply don't.
There's one that is "I'd click me," and I really like that one.
It's a little bit of self-love, a little bit of confidence. You just want to see it. I bet you don't even have these attributed, do you? These could have been anybody.
Oh,
That was you,
what?
though.
Like who it's for? Like
It's
what
from.
what it's from? I have no idea. I have no idea. I remember the lemons one. We have some about the lemons. Lemons are for everyone. Proud and likes lemons because we're all talking about lemons being bisexual coded and a lot of bisexuals liking lemon things. And we realized as we discussed it that like everyone liked lemon things. I had people in my chat, like people that are queer, people that are not queer. So
Gotcha.
maybe we all like lemons. Lemons are for everyone.
Lemons are for everyone.
Yeah.
And don't let anybody take that away from
Don't
you.
let anybody take that away from you.
There's a meme I'm not going to reference right now that makes me think of, but we're just not going to do that. Okay, I have drawn the 3 of clubs. This is a turn for the town. Club's culture describes something that shows a tradition, belief, or event. Who is participating right now? This is prayers and rituals. Prayers and
Okay,
rituals.
prayers and rituals.
We see Rune bent over the stones, praying. Every single cycle, without fail, Poira brings her offering to the temple. Poira brings her offering to the cathedral. Many times she's tried to warn about what's going to happen. Many times she's made many different appeals. Sometimes she's cried. Sometimes she's delivered a rational argument. Sometimes she's been as intentional and evidence-based as possible, but all of it always falls on deaf ears, except this time Poira's not there.
Hmm.
And that's never happened before. So we see Rune don his stone mask with the eyes behind mesh, step outside to greet Poira, and she's gone. Which is the most unsettling thing that could have happened. It's at this point that Rune walks to the gems and holds one, the kind of perforated, almost igneous rock-like lattice structure, holds it up and speaks into it. We must bring forth the council. Something terrible has happened.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm the dark now. Ugh. I feel like it's getting intense. 6 of spades. It's about to get more intense.
Woo!
Whoa.
Is this another twisting? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh.
6. Twisted through naivete. Puppeted.
Of course. There's always muddling the timeline as well.
There is. I think I'm gonna let it keep going though. I think we need to raise the
I love to see it.
stakes. So I'm
Love
gonna say that as Rune gathers the council together, I know things don't have to come after each other, but this just feels right to me.
No, I like what you're saying.
Yeah, as they gather the council together, all of the other magic keepers come from different areas of the town to meet here. Rune says, I have gathered you here because there is something that worries me. fear as though we are. And as Rune speaks, there is a slight shaking of the ground. Rune doesn't notice it at first, going on to talk about this power of darkness that is coming and how it is now a time where we must all gather together and unite our strength. And although it was subtle at first, with a swift crack, the ground opens up beneath, and everyone immediately falls in. It happened so quickly, they didn't even have time to react.
Whew, that rules. What a great turn. The council is summoned. The council is swallowed by the stone.
Yeah. Poor Rune. Thought they were doing a
Yeah,
cool thing, but that was all part of the plan. Baby.
it's all part of the plan.
Part of the plan, baby.
Part of the plan, baby. I have drawn the 6 of clubs.
Clubs.
Clubs. For the hero, that's connections. Describe a moment of connection between the hero and someone in the town. This one is in the trenches. In the trenches.
Yeah. Feels right to me.
Yeah, literally swallowed by a trench. Yeah, that seems right. I think we see yeah, okay. We see Bim sitting with those stones now glowing, still at this home. But as Bim's eyes focus on this new development, never before realized, there's something else. This home isn't the only home here. It's been built on top of the ruins of something that came before, ruins on ruins, an archaeological strata. And as Bim watches, Bim reaches forward and starts moving rocks, moving them. And then this pathway begins to clear. Bim realizes there's a tunnel of sorts here, an old one from before the first collapse. And lining all the walls are little sconces, little lanterns. Bim wouldn't notice what color they're glowing. But isn't it helpful to have the light? And as a simple curiosity drives them to explore this place so close to somewhere they thought was so important, so central to them, they find they're dashing through a tunnel, moving through spaces with the air of dank, forgotten places. And all along the walls are little reminders, people that came long before, murals broken off. Even interesting. Well, Bim would recognize that. That's a musical notation. Bim plucks at it on the hurdy-gurdy. And things go dark.
Okay. Time for the town. 7 of Hearts. 7 of Hearts is personal. No, wait, not personal.
Yep.
Yeah, personal? Personal.
Deja vu.
Describe a personal moment happening right now. How does it reflect their relationships? Oh. I got 9? 7.
7. Deja vu.
Oh, deja vu.
I mean, that seems kind of on the nose no matter when you draw it, I guess.
Yeah. How does it reflect the relationships? While the festival is going on, as the musicians hear Bim hum a tune walking past with their stone, it starts to echo throughout the crowd till it becomes its own song. And yet, it feels like a song that is familiar. A song that's been sung before. A song that exists beyond time. Everyone knows it, and yet no one remembers it. The fountain begins to glow.
Yeah.
Is that a personal moment? I don't know.
I think it's accomplishing what needs to happen here. Look,
I
I'll just
think
take
it's
off.
I think it's like how it affects, I'll just say this. How does it affect their relationships? I think all of the sudden, like all of the musicians kind of become one. Like this goes from it being a competition to almost being like a chorus. And everyone, whether they knew each other or not, starts to like feel connected to the group in a way that they weren't before. All of these people that have wandered here from all over are now like one unified song that they don't know how they remember. So I think it's like creating relationships that didn't exist, bonding people through music. And I know it's a massive group of people, which makes it feel not personal, but I think it is personal to them in the sense that it's speaking to something that they didn't know existed within them. So it's kind of like awakening people's inner light.
Yeah.
Like if you have someone that ever gives you really good advice, but like you kind of just met them and you're like, whoa, how do you know me so well? That's the feeling. So imagine that feeling, but that's through music.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I
Okay.
get it.
I
Kate,
feel
I'll
like I
speak to that
maybe.
point actually. Kate
Yeah.
says this game feels like a bunch of writing prompt exercises. You might not be surprised to learn then that this game had some traction in the solo community. I didn't necessarily realize that that was a place that was going to take it up, but longtime watchers of the channel might remember we have occasionally directed folks to Hime Utsugi, who did an entire written campaign of this, drew cards and wrote out on a journal, full solo campaign, sort of a
Wow.
meditative piece. Really interesting to watch as a designer. Hime certainly got the audience, so uh, can't be just me. But yeah, so it did find a home there. Although when I design games like this, I often imagine it being the kind of collaborative process that Amanda and I are going through. But yeah, 1 to 6, right on the cover.
Yeah, I was about to say it does say 1 to 6. I think this definitely fits super well as a solo RPG. I could definitely see that. It is very writing prompty. Those are my favorite kinds of games where they just give you a little idea and then it's like you can just run with it. But there's not a lot of restrictions of you know, you've got these things and these stats and can only do this or that. Thank you, Roll for Felicity. Thank you. Yeah, I have little leaves in my hair. I was playing Lego Batman before this, so I am cosplaying as Poison Ivy right now. So
that's how we ended up here.
that's how we ended
I
up here.
guess, yeah. I guess I should do some story.
Yes.
I have drawn the Queen of Hearts, and my turn is going to be taken as the Dark. For anybody just
Ooh.
joining us, there are 3 roles to this game, and we're rotating them. There was no raid or anything. I just saw a couple of names that hadn't piped in yet. Hi, Taylor.
Hello.
Hi. I haven't tried to say your name before. Spree.
Spree.
I thought that would be harder than it was, but that's just a real word.
Yeah, I like that. Spree. Hello, Spree.
The Wraith. I'm going to be playing as the Wraith. I'm going to show a chip in the armor, a weakness in the dark, or the force driving it.
Cool.
I think we see the Wraith in that darkened place that we saw earlier, with those mirror images of the gems that we saw in the cathedral, in the shrine. And the Wraith is moving their hands once more over each. And at first we hear what seems to be a soliloquy of an evil force. I need more power. I will be freed if only I have more power. Because if I have more power, I can take it all back. Nothing will fall apart. Nothing will collapse. They'll all be here. Again. And as the glow of these stones, light illuminates this room, our eyes adjust and we see that this place is not a sanctum of evil. It's a crypt, a graveyard. And the Wraith is among those long gone, but not to them.
Yo,
Okay.
that was crazy. Also, yes, Roll for Felicity. You've been playing Batman Arkham Knight. Nice. Yeah, Ivy is great in the Arkham games. I feel you. So, Wraith is just sad boy. How relatable.
How relatable. Sad boy, hashtag relatable.
So, I am now playing the town. No, the hero.
The hero.
So, I have 9 of clubs. Or, yeah, 9 of clubs? Yeah. Or spade? No, clubs. I'm questioning everything when I shouldn't be. So the 9 of clubs is describe a moment of connection between the hero and someone in the town. Petty squabbles.
Petty squabbles. Of course, the suit level prompt is also fair game.
Yes. I'm just looking to see
Who?
if I want to change it up.
Because, of course, any card can be changed to a different suit as long as you're willing to show a little glimpse of the past or a little glimpse of the future.
Okay, so I think I want to do I think I want to change this to spades to describe a memory of the hero and how does it connect to what's happening now is what I have to answer. And the prompt would be sent into the world.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. I want to see what you do with that.
And I think the memory of Bims that we see is them it's them waking up next to their home on the ground. Their home has just been destroyed. It's always just been destroyed. And they can never get far enough back to stop it. They see amidst the rubble a red stone. The light in it goes out before they can pick it up. When you pick it up, you get the prompt, a rock. Bim has picked up a rock. I think the memory I'll give us is it's an image of Bim. Bim assembles the stones. There's a blinding red light. Bim's eyes widen, terrified at what they behold. That's it.
Cool.
Right? Who hasn't been a sad boy wraith at some point? Don't we all have good reasons to be sad boy wraiths? That adds a lot more depth to this villain. I thought they were just an evil thing. And now I'm like, maybe they just know what it's like, you know? And everyone has their own way
I
of
do.
dealing with that stuff.
I've pulled for the town a joker. This is our second joker, and there are only 2 in this deck, so we
It's our
won't see
last one.
another. It's our last one. The town's joker is, for a moment, all eyes in the town are on the exact same thing. What is it? Bim is holding a stone. The stone is glowing red. Bim is holding many stones. They're all glowing red. Bim is looking closely into one. Bim is holding one far away. Bim is pulling one back on a slingshot. Bim is crouching down, unearthing something from the ground. Images overlay. Past, present, future. Cycles stacked on cycles. And that's too good, Taylor. And in the distant sea, we see footsteps, not like a single girl's, but like a crowd of people, all walking into the sea. Finally, we see each building across a dozen, 100, 1,000 repetitions of this. Always a different one. The wraith looking for the rubble that must have been where the collapse began. Only one ever has time to wake before time is reset, before the council of the magic keepers intervenes, before the child does something. But now we see all these actions overlay, as all these pieces of rubble crack out from the walls, and only a single building is left, more modest than the others. You can even still see, by virtue of the gem it was made from, a beautiful diamond mask over the mantle, the last unwoken building. Everyone stares down at the base, at the far bottom of the tower, as the red light glimmers off the diamond mask.
So now I have to be the dark?
Yeah, we're
Dang.
getting pretty climactic over here, I
It's
think.
getting climactic for sure. I feel like we're building to a point. 9 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds.
That is the driving force.
Whispers and ripples for the driving force.
What is the figure driving the dark doing? So I think as the wraith is pulling up all of these buildings, they are searching. They reach out into each one, feeling something that they are not looking for. They're muttering an incantation beneath their breath. They remember something. They heard it as the people walked into the water, muffled beneath the surface. It was something they used to hum, a song they used to sing once in another life, in another time. And they begin to hum it again now. And the waters begin to glow all throughout the land. They're so close. If they can find this place where all of this began, they'll finally be home. And everything will be as it once was. They will make sure that nothing ever changes again.
Yep.
Do-do-do-do, Whoa.
You're the ace of clubs, and I think it might be time for me to muddle the timeline.
Ooh, he's gonna muddle the timeline. Whoa, so we're not gonna do connections.
We're not going to do connections. I think what we're going to do is the past.
The prompt is learning to play in the past. Muttler. Time warp.
Muttler.
Who's muddling?
Who's muddling? Okay. Okay, I think I see how this goes. Hoira puts her hand on Bim's shoulder. This time at the exact moment that Mara does. This figure, ashamed and withdrawn, has come back. And as Bim turns, Bim sees these two figures that keep leaving, that keep going away. Just like Bim's brother did. We flash back right after the collapse, right after the accident. Bim is shouting, "We can do something! We can get him back! We have ways to do it! I've seen you do magic, Mom!" Because that was what Bim called Poira once. Poira once called them their child. The time wears smooth edges to all things. And as Bim turns to their sister Mara, it's clear that she has designs to save their shared brother in the same way. If he's gone, it must just be beneath the waves. He loved the water. But Bim's not looking at the past anymore. Bim's looking at two people standing there. Ozone of magic still on them, but real, present, tangible, and each knows it must be time. Each knows it must be time to play the song that Bim has been resisting playing. To be the last instrument. To be the underscoring of the song of mourning. A song of acceptance. And as Bim starts, not a master musician, not a perfect player of any of the instruments in the festival square, Bim starts to pluck out the notes. And it doesn't take long before each note becomes an echo of one heard far below. Harmonizing impossibly, a counterpoint to the Wraith's song. Of course, what's the opposite of an unwillingness to let things go than an acceptance of change? And as the two songs entwine, the great crumbling castle, the great tower that makes this town begins to crack again. But this time we see that it's happening. And out from the passage that Bim made come the magic keepers. None holding stones now, each stone laid to rest on the gravesite that matches it, its sister stone. And each person finds a hand from the festival, from the market, takes the hand of someone by them, and is pulled down safely to the sea, where they watch as the town collapses behind them. The last thing we see are a pair of red eyes at the far base of the tower. And for a moment, it looks like they might come out too. But the scene cuts, and we'll never know.
So good. Yeah.
I saw an opening and I drove a truck through it. Okay, well, that is our game of the Hourglass Sings. Amanda, your contributions were so exciting
Thank
and
you.
cool right from the get-go with the child walking into the sea. I'm like, that was a good one.
Dude, I mean, it's what the prompts gave us. I mean,
You
this
gotta
you
take the
you
props.
you built a game that it can very well be used to make some really, really cool stuff. This is really fun. I'm glad that I was able to play this with you. I definitely was jealous that I missed this one. I was like, what? I want to play that game. Isn't that the Zelda game? I want to play that one. It's one that's
It's a
inspired
Zelda
by
game.
Zelda. I love Zelda. Actually, when I was saying to Duck that we're playing a game that Kurt made that's inspired by Zelda and high fantasy and like kind of the story of the hero. Um he was like, "You need to do Breath of Wild like on stream at some point." And I was like, "I should do that. That would be really fun." And I still
It's a
haven't
great
finished
game.
Breath of the Wild. I know, it is a great game. And I still haven't finished it. So
I
maybe that
assume
is the
that
thing.
then you probably also haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, which is
Not
also
yet,
excellent.
because I'm waiting to finish Breath of the Wild, but we should do that at some point.
It's a great game. They're both great games.
Yeah. Yeah, I love card-based RPGs, Kate. I totally agree. Just reuse some pieces you already have. You just need a deck of cards. Although the other thing is like if you did like a custom deck of cards with this with art from the game, I would buy a deck of cards for the Hourglass thing specifically. And they could also just double as playing cards. So,
Yeah, yeah. I know that some games, this is one of the coolest things in my opinion. I haven't made a game like this. Some games involve like writing something on a card or like changing the
ooh.
card
Yeah, yeah.
itself, and then when you play that deck again, it's changed, right? It's
Yeah.
changed forever. And that's cool. That's really cool. We've actually played a game like that, so I'm really saying this, I guess, for our audience more than you, but
We have.
that's
It
just
is really
neat.
cool. I think it is really neat. Have you ever designed a game like that, Kurt, where like the game is like evolving in that way, changing in that way?
Good question. Uh, yes and no. Like I've played legacy games before, and they're always changing that way, but
Yes.
nothing quite so scrappy, I would say.
Mm.
I like map making games. That's one example of something like that. I enjoyed Companion's Tale, I think it's called, which we've
Mm.
never played on stream, but is quite good, and we probably will someday.
Someday.
Thanks, Taylor. What
Uh
did you play, Taylor? What game like that did you play?
yeah, this was really cool. I guess next week we'll probably be back with City of Winter. So if you guys are wondering,
Normally we can be more confident about it, but it's been a while.
it's been a minute, so like we'll see, but I'm free. So assuming we're all free, that might be a thing. But this was lovely. And honestly, the other thing is it's kind of nice that we're taking breaks from the campaign because this campaign is like we do be campaigning quite a bit, I think. How many
Yeah.
sessions have we played of City of Winter so far?
No shortage, no shortage. I can check if you
I was
actually
gonna
want to know.
say, I
I
think we
think
have a
it's
playlist.
like eight-ish. I'd have to
Welcome.
double
8?
check. Eight-ish, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 8. Yeah, so that's, I mean, how many sessions did we end up doing for Zeebs?
Oh,
16.
actually quite a bit more. It's 16, yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of Zeebs.
Whoa. But so that's already a couple months. So it's kind of
Yeah,
nice that we're
yeah.
doing the one shots in between because it's nice to
Yeah,
like do something a little different for a minute. And that
for sure.
way, I mean, I don't know. We could honestly play City of Winter forever. I don't know, guys. It's such a
While
fun
that's
campaign.
true, I see it. We all see it, we see the
Well, we
end
all
coming.
see up. I think we're looking at the same thing for where we'd like to go to see if that's where the end might be. So I think we're heading in a direction. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Quick note, Taylor's game that was like the card modification thing is Band-Aids and Bullet Pulls, which
Cool.
Sam actually gave to us to stream at some point. So
Whoa.
Sam's the designer of Band-Aids and Bullet Holes, which just kickstarted. I don't know if they're taking late pledges or not, but do check it out. It's a cool game. at some point, we will play it on stream. Maybe 2026 season. I think that would make sense. But cool game, cool game. I love the wine pairing too. Malort, I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know if
Malort,
that made it into the final version.
is that the wine
But
pairing for the game? I also just put the Kickstarter link for Band-Aids and Bullet Holes in the chat if anyone wants to check it out.
yeah, almost played it at Breakout with Sam, but there was like a fire alarm that interrupted us. So what are you gonna do?
Ooh, it's successfully funded. Yeah, just on the 29th. But you can still back it, so late pledges do seem to be
Oh, there you
open
go.
if you guys want to get in. They have right now, I think the only pledge that's available right now is a digital play kit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or you can just donate just because you believe in it, which is also a great thing to do to a project if you believe in it. And I can't wait to play Band-Aids and Bullet Holes. Looks pretty sick.
It's pretty sick. Pretty sick, pretty slick.
We get to write on the cards.
You get to write on the cards. Now, I guess
LVS.
that's really it for me. I don't really have any news right now because my life is a little bit consumed by a secret project that isn't for any of you. It's for somebody else, but I'll probably talk about it in a newsletter or something
So
when I'm finally done.
mysterious, Kurt. You guys need to
It's
make
a
sure you
present.
sign up to Kurt's newsletter so that you don't miss out. No, I know, but the way you said it, it's like it's so tantalizing. Like you're just gonna.
It's true. It's true. Well, for me,
It's
it's
great.
like this consuming thing, right? I've had to learn a lot and can't talk about it to people, so I'm like,
Ooh.
well, it feels not like can't talk about it, but it's one of those things that like I don't want everybody but the recipient to know what this is going to be.
Right.
So
You like keeping it a mystery. So if you want to
because it
know
would
about
be,
Kurt's
it feels
mystery
rude.
project, make sure you go to his website, which is linked, sign up for the newsletter, and then when Kurt's done, maybe he'll let you in on the secret.
I will. I will, just because I'm bursting with weird little nuggets of information to share about this process, but I will do that when it finishes, and it's not done yet.
Yet.
After that, I'll surely finish a game again.
Whoa.
I don't know what that is, Rob. I do know what Avengers is, though, so look at me. I know so many things.
Kurt will appear in Avengers Doomsday. That would be amazing. Oh my gosh, if Kurt appeared in Avengers Doomsday, I would lose my mind. That would be so cool. I hope so. I hope that's what the secret is. That'd be awesome.
I don't think I think you need to be like part of SAG to do that.
But maybe that's
And
what you're
unfortunately, I
working
don't.
on. Maybe that's your secret. You're like, I'm trying to
No, you're
figure
right.
out
Actually, that is.
how do I get in.
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
there is that.
Well,
Anything you want to plug, Amanda?
I don't know.
Who's always doing things all the
I'm
time,
always
constantly.
doing stuff. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully my stream works. I mean, this one worked fine. So I don't
This
know.
worked?
I don't know if it's because of but now this tells me that maybe it's my dual cast that I do on Twitch where I have my vertical. Maybe that's somehow tripping me up. So maybe we'll try without that, or I'll come on a little early, and then if we have problems, I'll turn it off and see if that resolves the issue. Or it could be what was suggested by my internet service provider, unplug my router that I have, although I don't see how that would be messing me up, but you never know.
You never know.
At least I know that this worked, so that's great. So I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, for State of Play that's 5 p.m. EST, but I'm going to try to come on maybe 30 to 45 minutes early, just so we can we'll just chat and chill and wait till it starts. And then, what else are we doing? I got videos going up on YouTube. Check them out.
You always got videos.
I got videos. I just did a review of Backrooms, which I really liked. Definitely check out my review. I think it is a movie a lot of people will like. And I don't go heavily into spoilers in my review for that one. I kept it pretty light because I didn't really need to talk about the spoilers. But it's a really, really interesting story. And there will be more videos coming up. Check out my Patreon where we're also going to have probably reactions to Spider Noir at some point soon, Andor at some point soon. That's basically all I got. So yeah, see you over there. And I might post on Instagram today. So make sure you're over there to check out. Maybe some Ivy will post. Maybe some Ivy and some Harley. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's all I got.
Cool. Great. Well, thanks for tuning in as always, folks, and we will catch you on the next Lies You'll Enjoy.
Oh, should we raid someone?
I don't know. Usually Anthony does that part, and
Well,
certainly
I
I don't know
see
how.
2 other people that are doing tabletop RPGs.
This
that
sounds like
we've
when a
raided
teacher
before.
is calling on students that are behaving nicely so they can like get up and have the pizza or whatever. And
Yeah.
I see one stream doing RPGs, and I see another stream doing RPGs, and they can come up and get a piece of pizza.
They could come up. Yep. So we have Legend in the Mist or Savage Worlds. I really like
Oh,
the look up.
Taylor does mention Hime's playing Stardew. I don't know how long Hime's playing Stardew. But,
Hime's playing Stardew. Yeah, we could
Hime
raid.
Utsuki?
We could raid Hime.
Only
Do you guys
'cause-
want to raid Hime? Sin.
I mean,
Sin is
you're
live.
at the wheel. You're at the wheel, friendo.
I am.
Thanks, Locke. We'll see you next stream.
Bye, Locke. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Yawning on stream.
Guys,
Unprofessional.
is Sin live? Oh, she
This
is.
is why I'll never be in Avengers Doomsday.
Sin is playing Lego Batman. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, and I see Hime. Yeah, let's raid Hime. I do want to raid Sin at some point, though. Next time we're gonna raid Sin. There are 2 people that I want to raid. Put it on my list, everyone. Sin and Puppy Chai for future streams of mine. So we're keeping that note. But let's go say hi to Hime, who's playing some Stardew Valley.
Do 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 do. Sorry, it came over me.
It all came over you. You were overcome with do.
Don't make this gesture when you say that.
Oh wait, do we have raid messages?
Yeah, I pasted it in the chat.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Don't clip that.
Don't clip that.
All right, everyone. We'll see you over in Hime's stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll probably be back next Monday, maybe. We'll let you know if anything's changing. But hopefully we'll see you next Monday. And until then, friends, I hope you have a great night. I hope you have a great week. Don't clip it. Don't you dare. And I hope that no one lies to you, unless it's a nice lie, like how we do, and then that will allow. All right. See you over in Hime's stream, everyone. Bye.